Hello and welcome to the BIG Festoon 2026. We are here, YVT on the road at the AO Arena. Can you believe it? Dani had a dream when she started the BIG Festoon, and from a room of 15 people has grown it to an arena. I am so excited because this time we are coming with intention and we have got real stories to find out who these people are, what they do, and they're going to get loud because closed mouths don't get fed. Let's go get loud with YVT on the road. Hello and welcome back to YVT on the road here at the AO Arena in the BIG Festoon 2026. I am joined by the lovely Ricci Colla from Those Collaborations. Ricci, welcome to the studio. Thank you for joining us.
It's good to be back, thank you. And second one, so it's like
I
kind of
know.
becoming a seasoned I want to say professional, but a regular. We'll call it a
We're
regular.
regular, we're working to professional, right?
Yeah.
So Ricci, you support new businesses or people who haven't even got to that point, actually, the idea, growing that idea into the business and then 2 years, or people who have also stepped into a role and then are like, oh, I've got this role, what do I do? How did you get into this?
Yeah, so I found I've always fallen into careers by accident. You know, they've always been the ones that there's been an opportunity and I've kind of guided in that way. And it kind of started with careers advice and guidance and led into business mentorship, working with a local charity in Bournemouth. And then it was actually a CEO of an established contact lens company that said they needed support. I said I could do it. We talked a little bit. And then she said, are you going to do this as a business? And I went, I'm thinking about it. She went, good, I need my executive team done. Can you send me an invoice? So when you get that, you know, if someone's going to put some money beside it, you know that, okay, maybe I've got something a bit more than they're just being nice. So yeah, so that's kind of where we led into that. And that's why it was the early stage business owners as well as the new leaders to roll.
And this is it, isn't it? It's like when it comes to that stage, we all, well, not we all, but there are people who strive to grow in business and do that next level. But when you actually then have to get into that stage, you go, the imposter syndrome is real, right? And we all go, oh my God, why did you hire me? And that's where you come in to go, no, you got the job because you do know the work. So now let's showcase you.
Yeah, absolutely. And often people have got their own answers. They just need that support to find that way. And that's why I find coaching is obviously is very effective in that, because it allows people to think for themselves, it allows them to bring those answers out rather than someone giving them the information. So yeah, they just need that support and that prod in the right direction to help them move forward.
Do you think it's like them trying to prove themselves almost, of like, oh, you gave me the job, now I've got to prove it, even though you got the job, you've done the proof bit, that's how you got the job?
Yeah, and I think that's where the imposter syndrome comes in. I think it's that self-doubt that everyone gets when they're landed with that role and the actual work. Can I do this? And I think you get it in business as well as leaders. You know, everyone gets that doubt, that moment of, I didn't realise it was quite going to involve this and I don't have the answers. But a lot of the time what they forget is they don't have the answers and they don't know because they've not stepped into that role yet. They've not become the person they need to become. So they're bound to be unconfident and self-doubting.
And again, it's that persona we want to give of like, we are the expert. So we feel like we can't ask questions. So we end up isolating ourselves quite poorly. And then what you come in is I can then come and vent to you and be like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Or I don't know this, or I do know that. And you can guide them on the best way to deliver that. Or again, encourage, you are allowed to ask questions. If you don't know the industry because you've stepped into that role or you've stepped up a level, like that's normal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, I think often when people step into that role of business owner or business leader, they think, I've got to know the answers. People are expecting me to know because I'm the person they're coming to. But actually, it's human not to know, and people appreciate that. I think, you know, we know that people appreciate honesty a lot more And actually, when they see that human side, you see it in reality shows all the time. People vote for the underdog because they have that empathy with them. And it's, if you can show that human and go, actually, I don't know the answer, but let me come back to you. And that's where coaching allows them to have that space as well.
That's really important in the sense of it's going, I don't know the answer. And then walking away is not the right answer. It's, I don't know the answer, but leave that with me. But who you should ask is, and that shows a strength in you.
Yeah. And often that's what I love about coaching. I say it's the best mentoring type role you can have, because actually I don't have to have the answers. I have to have the questions that prompt the answers. So it almost makes it more difficult for people, because they go, well, I'm coming to you for the answers. And no, you're coming with me to help me find the answers. But often a question will crop up with, well, who do you think you could go to that might have what you're looking for?
Yeah.
And often just that thing, it allows them to kind of go, okay, yeah, that's where I'm going with it.
It's so good. Now, when it comes to business owners and running the business, a lot of the time we're wearing all those hats. We put everything out there. And we're like, here's all my stuff and that. But it's really then hard to take that back in afterwards. You've created a space for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we found with early stage business owners, those in the first 2 years of their journey, from that idea up to starting to build their customers, often they get lots and lots of things that get given to them. But actually what we find is they don't have the time to consume that information necessarily. They're very time poor for many reasons, and more often than not, they're doing 6 or 7 jobs that they didn't realise they'd have to do. So what we started to look at is often early stage business owners were saying, I just need time to think about this, or I'm not sure what I should be thinking about, what sort of questions I need to ask. So that's when it came to us and was like, actually a thinking space, but where the thinking is guided. So we're not trying to give them knowledge, wisdom, we're not trying to train them or picture them. It's just that quiet space that we prompt their thinking to help them clarify their own thoughts and where they're going.
And you've developed this space as a 60-minute sort of work through. We're going to put the links to this down below, so you can go, if that sounds like you, absolutely go and check it out. What results are you seeing from people using that space?
I think because it's always difficult to say with a fairly new space. So this is a fairly new concept. But what we're seeing very early on is that actually people are being more confident with their decisions. They're not feeling so indecisive. They're not experiencing so much of that imposter syndrome and self-doubt, because they know they've really thought it through. But also, where we're asking the right type of questions to guide them, it's allowing them to go, this is what I need to do. This is actually, I thought of that, but I hadn't thought of that. So it's seeing some great results that is happening really well. And actually, we know that studies have shown that businesses that consistently make better decisions are actually more profitable. So the increase in profits for those consistent business decisions, I think it's around about 16-17% increase in profits with consistently better decisions made.
And that margin is huge in the profit side of things, really, or it can be if you're doing it with that support and guidance through that. Amazing. Ricci, where do you see you guys going next? Where do you want to get to?
Oh, that is always Paul, my business partner and brother, always says I have delusions of grandeur. So we have already said, for us in the South, there is not enough events like we have at the BIG Festoon, where you've got that real difference, and it'd be nice to bring something like that and create a bigger space for people within the South to be able to do something similar where they can look at business and wellbeing. Certainly with our thinking spaces, to be able to put more of those on and create those spaces where early stage business owners don't feel they're alone and feel like they can grow and make those decisions.
Oh, I feel like this is a watch this space, and there will be a space down south soon with you guys on it. That's incredible. But this is how it starts, right? Dani put out there, she started the BIG Festoon, 15 people in a room, and was like, I want to go to the AO Arena. Hello, we are at the AO Arena, and we're not filled yet, but boy oh boy, I guarantee she will fill the capacity of this arena.
Yeah.
Right. So where's your starting point? Are we going for 15 people in a room?
So the starting point is very much, I think we're looking at the 50 to 100 people in a room. Let's pilot something, see how it goes. It's very much a focus on business and well-being, because we're down in South and Bournemouth. We're by the beach, so it's actually want to do business by the beach. That vibe of business and relaxation go together really well. And part of our thing is not just looking at the business, but looking at the individual growing with the business. So it's looking at that holistic approach of growing together. So that's something that we're looking to do, and that's why we want to bring that to it.
And who are we looking for to work with on that? Is this an all-you production, or are we looking for those collaborations? Who can we shout out? Who can we tag in here?
Anyone and everyone that wants to. No, I think it is. We've always said that the thing of the business is growing through collaboration and living as we're breathing what we do. As we start to pull this together, we will start to look at actually who can we partner with and work with. That again, very much like Dani does with the Big Festoon, who aligns with what we're thinking, who aligns with our values and where we're going. So it will be definitely looking at, I think, probably similar businesses that work with the Big Festoon, because they have got those values aligned, and it's not one of those traditional business events, shall we say. It's a bit more exciting, it's a bit more energy, it's a bit more me, to be honest.
I love it. This is definitely a space to watch. But ultimately, if you are a business owner in your early stages, or you're just beginning out on that stage, or ultimately you've stepped into a new role and you're ready to do it with your team as well, get your team involved there. As you step up, they step up. Let's get everyone aligned and continue in that journey. Those collaborations, check out Ricci. We're going to put all his details in the show notes below. Ricci, thank you so much for joining me.
Wonderful, thank you.
The Big Festoon is at the AO Arena.
What an absolute step up. This is incredible.
I'm feeling energised. Ask me that in 2 days' time.
We've had our rehearsals on stage. They were sick.
How are you feeling, Dani?
Tonight is the VIP drinks reception. We're going to be having some great conversations, but honestly, I can't believe we're here. I am so excited for the next 2 days.
We're going to hold your heart, we're going to make hope in your eyes, and you're going to have the most fantastic time.
I can't even put it in words how excited I am.
It's going to be fun, it's going to be high energy, it's going to be really informative, you're going to learn some incredible things.
How far we've come since we were in Bolton Stadium only last year.
Can't even describe being on stage in front of that amount of people.
I am taking so much away from this incredible event.
What's been so amazing so far is the energy of everyone here. They love being here, they want to connect with people, and of course, the amazing Dani, Mother Wallace.
We've just upgraded, haven't we? We've upgraded. Day one is done, but guess what's to come? Bedlam Bingo!
Big Festoon Bingo, how are you today? Wasn't me, all the sixes, all the threes, number 33! Dinosaur! You know what? I'm interested in the question.
Love you, Rory!
Big Festoon is different to any other event, let alone business event. The heart is people with heart wanting to show up as themselves, wanting each other to show up as themselves, all running businesses, running projects, leading teams, and we want to bring our best selves to that.
Such a lovely feeling to always come back here year after year.
A lot of emotions released.
Lots and lots of love in the room, and I feel really motivated and inspired to just go and share the love even more.
Oh, yeah! in March next year. I will see you then.